My name is Adriana, and this is Many Roads, No Rules. I don't plan ahead what road I will take next, because I want those roads to find me, so I find myself. Please join me on this new adventure. Hi! We had a couple of stormy, windy, super windy days here in the desert, and today is very beautiful, very sunny, but I am still a little chill, so I have my jacket on, which is comfy. So since many of you really enjoyed listening to Bob Wells in the RTR, where he criticized, to me that was genius, saying that this sick society loves objects and uses human beings instead of, with those values totally upside down, instead of loving human beings and using objects. So that ties with the whole concept we have been discussing many times about being a minimalist, having just what I have in the van and nothing else. Because the idea is to project your spirit onto taking the time to talking with people, enjoying people, your family, your friends, your YouTube contacts. That is what societies should be, and if they were, can you imagine all the problems in the world being almost non-existent because we would put more faith and trust and love in other human beings? The concept is beautiful, and it can be done. It can be done. There's too much anger out there. Somehow people will have to realize being angry, salty, that doesn't change anything. It makes everything worse. But in any case, I am just mumbling. I decided to give you more of Bob Wells. I didn't include these parts in the video about him because I didn't want to make it too long. I was not sure if people were going to be interested. But since you have been enjoying that, I do have more. So I will just leave you with him. You enjoy. And again, if you can join the RTR on January 2023, you will have the pleasure of listening to him firsthand. It was really, really a beautiful experience. So I hope you enjoy it. And here we go.
Your job now is to recreate these 4 vital connections that our hunter-gatherer ancestors had. Not just to live in a van and travel, but to reestablish a connection and relationship of loving yourself and other people. A right relationship with things. You use things. They have no value or power over you. You just use them. If they're not useful, you get rid of them because you don't love things anymore. That you have a right relationship with nature, and you're all doing that. Probably every one person here is camped out somewhere on the land, being close, being connected, and finally that you establish a right relationship to whatever you hold sacred, as long as it holds to all these other values. So I think if you'll do that, if you'll set your mind to that, it won't happen overnight. It will take time. And one of the things we have to abandon is the concepts of competition and greed. If that I have to hold on to something and get something for me to be happy. That's not true. The only way to be happy is to give things away. There's only one sure path to happiness, and that is to be a person who gives. And gives love and gives things, because he doesn't treasure things, he treasures people. Sheep treasures people. Okay, I hope that wasn't too long and boring and tedious and that you tolerated it, but It's my philosophy. It's why I believe we're on the right path. Good. Thank you so much. You're very kind. I am going to go and stand over here, and if I'll meet some of you. There's a lot of you, and there's only one of me. And so you're welcome to come up and say hi. I love meeting people. Just there's only so much time and energy in this. Okay, I got to give me just a second. Don't head over there. I got to beat the rush.
I hope you liked his explanation of competition and greed being the root causes of everything that is not correct in our society. I always like to ask. I agree with him 1,000%. That doesn't exist, but 100% for sure. I wouldn't change anything he said. I really like him. I think we agree on that. And I totally agree with the concepts of competition and greed. Now, I am this type of annoying person who is always asking, why? You know, I remember I worked in a company, and my supervisor, every time he asked me to do something differently, I would go like, why? And he got so upset one day. He says, why are you asking why all the time? You just do what I say. I said, no, I am not going to, and you know that. The reason is, from whatever your answer is, I am going to learn something. So I will always ask you why, because that way I know how to do something better, and I can invest myself into the task. So I will always ask you why. And if you don't like it, you can get rid of me very quickly. He says, no, it's okay. I think you're overworked, I said. No, not at all. No, I'm fine. No, and you're fine. That's okay. I am that kind of annoying. I always ask why. So when Bob Wells talks about competition and greed, I understand. I totally agree with him. I see that as the cause of many evils in society. So, but that is just the diagnosis. Why do people get so competitive and so greedy? Because I think it doesn't apply to everybody the same way. Some people are very competitive, some others are greedy, and some are both. So it's kind of dangerous, and you know that. It's kind of not nice to cover everything under the same blanket. But I wonder why. Why is it that particularly this society is so competitive and so greedy in general terms? I come from a very teeny little country in South America. Nice country, very nice. Everybody is literate because education is free. School, high school, university, everything is free. At university, you may have to buy a book, or you may have to do some photocopies. Well, that is up to you, and you pay for those. But the career itself is free. So you can become a doctor, a lawyer, whatever you want, for free. And actually, some people from other countries like Argentina and Paraguay, they come to my country to learn their careers, to graduate, and then they go back to their countries. And I disagree with that. We should make them pay a tax for learning and then taking the know-how away, or make them work pro bono in my country for a couple of years before they can go, that kind of thing. But I am digressing here. So following my nature, I went back and I thought, why is everybody so competitive here? Because in my country, there is some competition. Of course, everybody wants to improve, everybody wants to have a better life, but that is to better yourself. So everybody is on the same boat. I mean, people work very hard there. They're proud of what they do, and they do compete. I mean, they try to shine, of course, but it's not the fierce competition that you see here. So I was asking myself, why? And I am asking you to give me your opinion. I will give you my theory, and you will let me know if I am too off, or you agree with me, or what other ideas you have to explain the reason why people are so competitive, which makes many people suffer. So this is my idea, and I am going to put it in very simplistic terms, because I don't want to go too deep into details, because I tend to do that, so I am trying not to. This is my theory. In such a powerful nation like this one, such a big, diverse, super powerful nation, I feel there is like a pyramid. The ones on top, not the 1%, the ones in power, the 1% we always mention about, we always say about the very rich, the very wealthy. No, I am talking about power here. So the ones on top, the ones with power, they share that pie, right? And the ones in the level right below them, they are trying to get there. Because, of course, having power is a powerful thing. And you can get a lot of money if you have power. But you also get popularity or whatever it is that comes associated with power. So the ones on the following layer, they are always trying to get there. So they send their kids to prestigious schools like Harvard and Yale and all those good colleges, so their kids have it easier to be able to access the top layer. The ones on the layer below that one, they have the same thing. They wake up every morning and they are thinking, what can I do for my child so my child climbs the ladder? And so on and so forth. What happens is there are more and more and more people on each following layer. And when you get to a middle class, a low middle class, a low class, there is so much more people. There are millions of people there. And so the thing is, every morning, every one of those wakes up in the morning thinking, what can I do today to be better than my neighbor or to be better than my coworker? Because the idea is, it's ingrained in every person's mind. I have to go over the others in order to reach a higher layer. So that reminds me a little bit of the caste system they have in India. But I think that one works in a different way, because it is prestige, it is money that takes you up there, but there is also very little mobility between the layers. Here in the United States, there is upward mobility. People can reach the top, but it's not that easy. It requires a lot of dedication, study, being smart. So it's not that easy. because you have to be thinking of that all the time. So from the moment you wake up till the moment you go to bed, and maybe even in your dreams, you're just analyzing how to make yourself more productive, more noticed, more appreciated. So you go climbing, and you are always like a hunter looking around to detect the opportunity. And in the process of doing that every day of your life, if that is all you do, you invest 100% of your spirit into what will I do today to take advantage of my minutes, you forget to stop and look to the side and look in the eye of the people that are around you, and take time to have a coffee with them and talk about what worries them or how you can help them, those kind of things. I think it is the investment of our spirit in the everyday thing, in the rat race. We participate in the rat race consciously. It's a conscious decision. It's a conscious choice we make. We choose to be in the rat race. And if you ask someone, why are you in the rat race? Why do you do that? They will probably give you 1,000 ideas why they want to do that. But in all of them, you see that idea that those on top are having pie, and I want a slice of that pie. If not the top layer, at least 1 or 2 layers above me. And it's great. I mean, every time we try to better ourselves, we have to do it. It's a great exercise. But in the process of making ourselves better, we cannot become so fragmented that we invest 100% of everything we are just in the pursuit of financial success or business shine. I think we have to take care of all the other aspects of our life that mean personal relationships, as Bob said, taking care of those 4 different types of relationships: the relationship with your loved ones, the relationship with your neighbors, the relationship with the things you believe in, with your faith. So only when you find a balance of all of those things, you can say you are happy, because you have balance. And if you tilt the plate just to the one side of fame, money, possessions, that kind of thing, that is when a void is created inside of you, and people go funny and unhappy, and it's very difficult to undo that mechanic, that constant thing of, I love the rat race. I don't. But that is my theory. It's about the layers in society and always trying to reach the layer above us. Or in the company, I want to be on top of all the other ones. That kind of thing. Competition is good, but not if it puts us against others. That is the problem, in my view. Thank you so much for being here. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Please give me your comments. I enjoy your comments so much. And don't forget to ring the little bell, the notification bell, so you get all the information I am posting now, because I am adding more little things here and there, so you get a little the little piece of news that is new. You get it soon. And thank you so much. You have a great day. Take care.